And I think we're live. Hello there, YouTube, and thank you so much for joining me once again. So, yeah, we're doing another live vlog. It's all happening again. I've got no idea if my internet speed is going to cope with it at all well today, but we will do our very level best. Hopefully, people will start saying something in chat that they can see me, that it's all working. Whoop, there we go. I think is someone there? Hopefully, fingers crossed. But yes, hopefully it should all be working fine and dandy. Let me just do my little backgroundy checky things, stuff and what have you going on here, just so I can make sure what's going on. I think that's all working. I think that's all fine and dandy. I don't know. There we go. We look like people are saying we're working. That's good. That's good. Fantastic. Marvelous. So everything else in the house is turned off Wi-Fi. Our internet has been an absolute dick recently. And I found out today that if you're in the UK, depending if you've got the BT box, like a number BT 6 router or whatever it is, that could be one of the reasons why things keep going a little bit sporadic. But I don't know how much fact there is in that. Anyway, we will hopefully try and overcome it. We'll see how we get on, shall we? We will also try and overcome the fact that about halfway through being in Austria, which I'll come to in a little bit, I managed to get food poisoning, and it doesn't appear to have left me. So if I have to rush off at any period of time, that would be a bad thing. But we'll see how we get on. Hopefully you can all hear me okay and all that sort of stuff. Normal kind of stuff's going to happen tonight, in as much as I'm going to spend the first couple of minutes just saying hello to people in the room and all that sort of good stuff in the live chat, and just going through that to give people time to join in. So if you're watching this on the sort of the after it's happened thing, it's going to be one of them brain nights tonight again, you know. If you're watching the replay, that's the word. If you're watching the replay of this, then you may want to just kind of move forward through about 5 minutes or something until things really kick into things. But yes, anyway, that should be what's going to happen. So let's say hello to a few people in the room. As usual, we're going to do the vlog stuff up front, and that's going to include the vape mail, and then right at the back end there we'll do a Q&A and all that sort of stuff. As always, if you do want to use a super chat, you're more than welcome to. That does highlight a comment, and anything that is contributed to the channel is greatly received, or much appreciated, greatly appreciated. Words, and we'll all go to the vet fund. So thank you very much for that one. So let's have a little look, see who's in the room. Let's just join in there. Flying Sumu, nice to see you. Stephen Gibbs, Ricky Clark, Christopher Egger. Greetings from Austria. If I remember rightly, Christopher, are you in Vienna? Is that right? I think that's right. Andrew Caldwell, Bart732. I used to work with a guy called Bart when I was on the Falklands Islands. There was a guy that was a boat hand called Bart, and he was from Holland? I think he was from Holland, and was quite possibly just the hardest bloke. He was a proper old guy that had been working at sea forever and was just the hardest bloke I'd ever met in my life. He's amazing. Anyway, who else? we may have a few of these little tandems tonight. We've also got James McDonough, Joshua Apathy Miller. Nice to see you, buddy. Mansour Mod, Bobak Fakari, Queel Vape, Andy Fairchild, DeMillan, Ludifer, just jumped, Ludifer, I think that was Ludifer, Earl Spencer, Joel Youngs, nice to see you, thank you very much indeed. Jeremy Big Sup from Brunswick, did I see there? David Smith from, I used to work in a nightclub called the Brunswick. I used to be a bouncer on it. There we go. Not quite the one over in the Emilicars. David Smith, hello from New Orleans. Hello back at you. Still really want to go to New Orleans. Really, it's one of those places I really do want to go to. I really want to go to LA just because it's mental, apparently. And I really want to go to New Orleans just because it's New Orleans, because I like jazz and I like drinking and I like partying. And I think New Orleans is the place for me. What else have we got going on? Matt Davey, nice to see you. Mason Hodge. Keith Keith Chenoweth, DNNS 84, Paul Craven, Purple Smurf. Oh, it jumped again. Two Morbid Jesper, Danny Hodgkin, Shady Vapes. There's a lot of you in tonight. There does appear to be a lot of you in tonight, which is brilliant. I gave people lots of time. I say lots of time. Depends, I guess, where you are in the world. But I did post this morning that I was going to be doing this tonight at 9:30. So hopefully to give people time to make sure they're tuned in. I do notice that quite a few people after I've done a live event are saying they're not getting the notifications. And this has been like a YouTube thing for ages, so I'm sure most of you know this already. But right next to where you've got your little subscription or the subscribe button on the channel, there should be a little bell. Make sure you've ticked that bell or you've pressed that bell, and that should make sure you get the notifications. As always, make sure that YouTube hasn't randomly unsubscribed you. I know that YouTube tends to have a purge after every kind of week or every now and again, where it gets rid of old accounts or accounts that don't seem to get used a lot. And I think a lot of other things tend to get swept up in that as well. So make sure you are subscribed and make sure your little bell is on. Makes change from being a bell end, being a bell on. Right, Richard Peterson, Clar Badu, Orchurch, George Gay from Florida, HD Lawn Maintenance. I like that name. I like that. Train Sonic. That's cool. That's a cool name, isn't it? What have we got? Informatech. Oh, I think I know you. Do I know you? I think I know you. Zam M. What do we got? Battery Mooch. Battery Mooch is in the house. Bonjour, Mr. Mooch. Thank you very much for joining me. Why have we not sorted things out? We keep talking about doing something, and we haven't managed to do it yet. We've got to sort that shit out, Mr. Mooch, because everyone will love it. It will be awesome. What else have we got? Eddie Summerford. Thank you very much. Nice for joining you. John D. Hello from Dallas. Hello, Dallas. I really, anyone from Dallas wants to go to Gas Monkey and get me a super fat bastard Gas Monkey t-shirt, that'd be awesome. I think they're in Dallas. Todd Greer from Haynesville, Louisiana. That sounds super American. Does it, I know kind of a lot of Americans tend to think that English people are, I don't know, what you see on Ripper Street or Sherlock Holmes or something, but I guess like the Brits are just as guilty by having a sort of a thing of thinking about what Americans are like, and Haynesville, Louisiana just sounds proper American to me. That sounds awesome. I think I've told you. I think I told you on the last video that I was really into Parks and Recreation, and it turns out that Pawnee is a town that is in loads of different places all over America. I think that shit's brilliant. I think it's fucking marvelous. What else have we got? Can you donate on your mobile, says Brad Mallins? I think you can. I think, but where you type in, there should be like a little $sign, I think. I don't know. I know people have managed it, but I don't know how they've managed it. There you go. So yes. Sorry, I haven't got more information for you. Will P. Will from Suffolk. Woohoo! Bonjour. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, sir. Feeling this heat in South Carolina. It's really cool here. It's we've had lots of rain in England, lots of storms and all that sort of good stuff. So yeah, that's been a bit sucky. What else have we got? Oh, sorry for the slurping sounds, but I'm enjoying a cup of tea. Vaping Biker mug available at vapingbiker.co.uk. This live vlog was brought to you in association with tea drinking through the Vaping Biker mug, available at vapingbiker.co.uk. Oh, my bell end. Right. What have we got going on here? What have we got? Who else is in here? How long have we been going? We've been going for 3 minutes. So let's say we'll get stuck in at about 5 minutes, just so people can get into the room and see what's happening, if that's all right with you. Corey Smith, my dad love you. Is that me? Does your dad love me? No. Oh, parents like me. I'm old enough to be a parent. That scares me so much. I was talking... While I was away recently, I was talking to someone at a wedding, and we were talking about kind of being younger and all this sort of stuff, and that when in my kind of early 20s, I was a doorman, I was a bouncer on a nightclub for a few years, and now if I did it now, because I'm old and useless, pretty much nobody would get into the nightclub because everybody looks underage, because that's how old I am. What else? Hey, is Giz Stew in the house? Nice to see you, Gizzard. What else have we got? Ah, dear. Dean, if you like Gas Monkeys, watch Roadkill on YouTube. You will love it. Absolutely, Flying Sumo. I have seen them. I kind of liked, I really liked Aaron, but I mean, it's one of those programs that's really frustrating because it's like the OCC thing used to be, you know. It's kind of like a weekly soap, but for petrol heads, which is a bit shit. But there you go. Oh, someone just said they'd hook me up with a shirt. Look, who's that? John D, double XL, mate. Let me know, and I'll pay for it. But I think that when you buy stuff from the States and you get things ordered online, they charge you just fucking ridiculous money for postage, which is just crazy. Ryan Vapes. You seem like the greatest guy. You're awesome. Is that me? Oh, Ryan, you're awesome. Thank you very much. Mike Williams, if you're over 50, hey, no, fucking, I might be close. But I'm never going to be as old as Mr. Todd, so that makes me happy. I'm 43. I know. I look like kind of 26. I know, but you know, it takes ages to put these little grey bits in the beard just to make myself look more mature. Right, I think we're getting stuck in now. I think. Kaz, if you're over 50, you're not old. You are absolutely correct. You are absolutely correct. Just I'm at that stage, you know. I just think I'm at that stage where I'm thinking, I feel mind you, I do have the body of a 204-year-old, but right, nearly finished my tea, so then we can get stuck into it. Everyone, it's 5 minutes are done, so everyone should have got stuck into the room now. I think this is what we're going to be dealing with for a little bit, and so we can have some and get into things. So, tea done from the vapingbiker.co.uk mug. Let's have a little vape first, and then I will get into the vlog. Okay, so if you've just joined us, what we're going to do, as per usual, is we're going to do the normal bit of the vlog up front. So I've not got a whole hell of a lot of stuff to go through before we get into opening the vape mail, which is something that we'll talk about when we get here. There's going to be some cool stuff in there, I think. But I don't know what it all is, so I'm kind of excited. I think I know what a couple of bits are, but I don't know what it all is, so I'm excited to see it. But no, we'll come to that in a little while. But no, up front, we're going to do the normal stuff, then we'll do the vape mail, and then we'll do like Q&A and open it up as we always do, so we can have a bit of a conversation, me and you guys, and then we can just sort of kick back, you know, have a vape, have a drink, chill the fuck out, that kind of vibe. So yes, my vlog stuff. I feel really bad now because I watch Grim and I have notes. If I say, oh, I've got to get my vlog notes out, then I'm copying Grim. It's so annoying. I was going to put bumpers in my videos before I went out, and then I thought, no, because that's a real Grim thing to do as well. Oh, I don't know what to do. It's so stressful. But there we go. So where have I been? I've been to Austria. I've been to a place called Schladming, and then Filsmoos. There was a family wedding. My sister-in-law got married to my friend out there, so that was a lovely time. We had glorious weather for the wedding day. Not so great the rest of the time, but glorious wedding day weather, which was superb. Managed to get a little bit of sun. Managed to get a bit of food poisoning. Didn't drink that much and didn't eat crazy amounts of stuff. Still managed to put on a fuck ton of weight. Most upset about that one, but yeah, it was a great time, and lots of love to the happy couple, and also for lots of love to all my pals and what have you that I hung out with out there, because it was a great fun event, and it was so picturesque. Oh, it was lovely. If you saw the pictures that I put on Instagram and Facebook and what have you of the mountains and things, I didn't want to put too much kind of holiday snaps on my vaping things, but it was gorgeous. It was absolutely gorgeous. And they got married basically on the top of a mountain with a kind of a natural lake thing. Oh, that's glorious. Anyway, so while I was away, I made sure that I'd recorded a fuck ton of videos. So there was something going out every day, which I was pretty happy about, to be honest with you. It was fucking hard work to get it out, but hey, that's what she said. But no, it was. Hopefully, it went. Windy Pop's trying to speed drink tea wasn't a good idea. Hopefully you will have enjoyed everything that went out. So looking at the videos, we'll just have a quick scan over them. The Bushido 2, the pure flavor RDA from Dovpo. Once again, normally I don't like something that forces you to build a certain way. However, that kind of does, in as much as you've got to make sure your coils are close to that air post in the middle. But otherwise, is a lovely RDA, and I really enjoy using it. So that was really cool. I enjoyed doing the review on that one. The Springer X RDA was just it was just a very sad kind of disappointment. I was really hoping, as I said in the video, that it was going to be something that I could kind of recommend to people that have got dodgy hands and stuff. I mean, I don't know if you can see it at the moment, but this hand is horribly swollen at the moment, and it's just buggered, and it's a nightmare to try and get some coils in at the moment. And I was hoping that Springer X was going to really kind of fix that for me, but no, sadly not. Now, the Cheetah V2 or the Cheetah 2 is something that I actually took out abroad with me, and I'll go through what I took with me in a second. But yeah, I actually took the V2 on top of the Minikin V2, and this was my cloudy setup, and I do think this is a great little deck to build on, as well as a really, really decent RDA as well. So I've had a jolly good time with that one, so hopefully you guys like that one. Then we had the Pyra Mech mod from RNV. I do think the Sabone is a little bit nicer for my personal style of vaping. However, it was a nice little, not like a normal mech mod, you know. Remember the days when we had mods or mechs that weren't designed for competition, that were just nicely made mech mods? And the Pyra is definitely one of those. So that was it's certainly a nice one to use, although it did have that weird media blasted contact situation, which I still don't really understand why that was a thing, but it was a thing. And I think I put in the description of that video that I did try it with the other button, and it didn't really make any difference when it comes to it didn't really make any difference when it comes to the voltage drop and all that sort of stuff. Then after that, we had the Watofo Serpent Suck My Mod edition, and that was the other thing that I took with me. I took that with me on top of the Paranormal DNA 75C from Lost Vape. And yeah, those are the only two setups that I took with me, which scared the fuck out of me. I'm not going to lie. Just when I go to a weekend vape event, I take like 8 setups with me and enough juice to sink a ship. With this, I ended up taking 2 setups, and I think I probably took about 1 litre of juice, which once again may have been a bit of overkill. but no, so I had a jolly good time with this. I re-wicked it once while I was out there. I just cleaned up the coils, dry burned them, washed them and all that sort of stuff, but stuck with it on this one. And once I was using this out there, I don't know, I think in the review, I think I mentioned with this tank that it was very loud. And when I'm sitting here in this studio, it certainly did not seem like a super quiet tank. However, when I was out there and sitting on the balcony of the apartment and all that sort of stuff and having a vape, it didn't seem that loud at all. So yeah, I mean, that's something that possibly I would like to go back and take back, but I don't know. It was a tough one, but no, I'm still having a jolly good vape with it. So yeah, it's that was a very nice setup, and I fucking still hate carbon. When we get to the end of this year, when we do those videos that say the things that we loved and hated over the last year, fucking carbon fiber is going to be one of those things that has just boiled my piss constantly through the year. I know there are people that love it, but I just do not like it. Thankfully, though, I do have a wood panel on the other side, so that's all very good. A lot of people were asking about the drip tip that I put on top of the Suck My Mod thing as well. And this was something that I got done from Gary Dibley that has been making tips by driptip.co.uk, and he's now finishing up. So if you do want a drip tip by Gary, I think if you can get onto his website and email him, maybe he might be doing his last final few drip tips. So that might be worth sending a message to. But no, I thought that was a design that I asked him to do, and I think that sort of shape just looks kind of pretty sweet. Do you know what I mean? I think it kind of complements it. It's a bit of a, it looks like it's melted. I'm melting. But it does look a little bit like that, but I like it. It makes me happy. Okay, so just to have a quick look at the comments for a second. As I said at the start, guys, I will be doing a kind of the normal vloggy stuff up front. Mr. Todd is doing a marvelous admin job for me in the chat as well, just so we don't get some of the spammy comments that we have had in the past. So thank you very much, Mr. T, for doing that. That's much appreciated. But no, what we've got is we're going to do just the regular stuff. We've just had a look at the videos that have just gone out. And then we're going to do a little bit more. Then we're going to do into vape mail. Then we're going to go into the Q&A and all that sort of good shit. If you do want to make sure that I see a comment, if you do a super chat thing, and you do want to donate to the channel, it makes it kind of highlighted for me, so I have to see it. So that's helpful and always appreciated, and goes into the vet fund that paid after Dizzy. So or that is getting paid after Dizzy. So yeah, that's all much appreciated, but in no way is that a requirement. So just thank you to anybody that does. But yeah, okay, let's have a quick look at the chat before we do any more. What have we got here? Flitz, he's in the house. Flitz Hanu. Still looking forward to seeing you in Vape Fest, and I'm also looking forward to seeing if you can drink ale properly. That's going to make me happy. Brad's laughing at the boiled my piss. Have you not heard that before? Many things boil my piss. James McDonough asks, how's Buster? Well, if you're not on it, go onto the Buster group on Facebook. I have actually been in touch with them today about Buster, and he's had his operation. It means he's had his leg broken and bits sawn off and things and stuff, and it's all kind of sort of bolted back together. And he's not feeling very happy today, apparently. But they're on the way back home today, so there will be some pictures and stuff going up onto the Buster group that I linked to underneath the Buster videos on Facebook, so you can go and check that out. And now I'm back home again, I will do a couple of updates on the website, and in a few weeks time, once Buster's up and about, then we will do just a little video update as well, just so I can show you guys how he's doing. But it's so cool to be able to see the fact that he's been able to get the operation that he deserved. Right, what else have we got going on here? What have we got? Luis Loves Nails is back. Bonjour. Nice to see you, Luis. How? What have we got going on? Is flowing good, cheap, silent tank for mouth to lung. Todd's reviews will be able to answer that one better than me. But right, I think there's probably a lot of people that I haven't said hello to. There's a lot of chat happening. There's a lot of chat. John O, Vaping Biker. We're bikers here too. Awesome, John O. Whereabouts are you? Where is here? And what bikes do you ride? Before anyone asks, someone always does it in chat. What bikes do I ride? Honda Shadows. I've got a Vaping 750. No. I've got a VT 750 Black Spirit from 2010, which has always been my main ride since I rode it out of the showroom in 2010, and started chopping it pretty much instantly. But no, I'm currently waiting on trying to figure out how to fund getting that triked. So I've got to raise a couple of grand somehow to get that triked so I can be able to ride it again, because my illness unfortunately means that two wheels isn't overly a clever idea for me currently. So that is something that I'm working on, but yeah, I'm not riding right at this moment, but I will be soon. And I still really want to be able to do a video of the garage, because I've got that as well as the VT 1100 that I was building a sort of a pro rider, kind of low rider sort of big old long goosenecked beast out of. And I'd made all the tin work on that. So I do want to show you all that at some point in time. Right, what else have we got here? Jono, Houston, Texas wife has no 7 HD. The Victory. I would take a Victory over a modern HD any day of the week. I really, really would. I think they're lovely looking bikes, and I love the simplicity of an engine on a Victory. I think they look absolutely gorgeous. Right, well, but I'm not an HD fan. Sorry, and I know good old 90% of America loses its shit over Harley Davidson, but unfortunately, I'm not one of them. I'm sorry. Don't leave me. I like the old ones. I like the old pans. but yeah, what else have we got going on? So shall I have a look at my notes? Let's do that one, shall we? So yes. Oh, also, when it came to flying, we flew to Munich in Germany, and then we drove from Munich to Austria. When we went into, I'd heard stories about the Germans being very angry when it comes to customs and vape gear and all that sort of stuff. However, what I did is I just opened up my little vape bag. At security, I had my mods and all my batteries and a 30ml bottle of juice in a little plastic bag and stuff in there, but just opened everything up so people could see what was going on in there, and they didn't set off any alarms or anything dodgy going on there. And yeah, had no problems with any of that whatsoever. So that was nice. Obviously, rebuild kits and all that sort of good shit all went into my my hold luggage. So yeah, everyone's a winner. Now then, in the news, now it's not often I do the news things, but I've seen a few kind of oh, someone's a Triumph rider. Yeah, nice to see an American Triumph rider. Well done. In the news, the only reason I'm saying this, and I'm not going to go health leather into advocacy. You know that I tend not to do that overly much until I can kind of come up with something really positive to say or suggest to do. But no, there has been something from those crazy cats at the UK government. Public Health England did release a tobacco control plan, and just in case you haven't seen it, what I'll do is I will pop the link in the chat now, if it allows me. That goes to the actual PDF that will come to your computer. And the main thing for vapers, I mean, a few people have kind of got excited about this and said, oh, it's going to be excellent for vaping. Well, it's not really helping us a great deal at the moment. To be honest, it's not really doing a great deal. It has the potential to suggest, something positive may happen. But as it is at the moment, that's all it is. It's basically, on page 15, I think there's page 7. Is this 7, 6 or 7, and page 15, I think, are the main ones to check out as a vapor. But Public Health England recommends that e-cigarette use is not covered by the smoke-free legislation and should not be routinely included in the requirements of an organisation's smoke-free policy. So what we're looking at there is kind of when it comes to working and not including vaping in being in the same situation as smoking, so I have to go out to a smoke shelter and all that sort of stuff. But also when it comes to legislation, that is kind of relevant to the TRPR/TPD. But even with that, there isn't, and when you go further into the document, there really isn't anything that gives us anything solid to take hold of, because this is a recommendation. This is a kind of a Public Health England is saying, let's do this. It still has to be signed off by the government. And as we know, in the UK, the government are still being absolute dicks about not taking on facts and studies and actually using relevant information to change policy. So whilst it does it's nice to see something positive moving forward, unfortunately it does look very much like we are going to be going on to hitting that brick wall that we always hit, which is Parliament in the UK. However, However, all is not lost, but nothing is going to change in the very near future. That's for sure. So all I'm going to say when it comes to advocacy, I'm just closing this window down because it's not something that I want to go into, because there isn't really a great deal for us to discuss. But something that I do just want to say is, as I always say, the most important thing we can do as vapers is educate. It's not going to make any difference signing petitions. It's going to do fuck all. But the only thing we can do is educate people, educate smokers and non-smokers. Make sure that there is still plenty of information going out there that's positive, and also don't be a dick. Don't walk around your local supermarket and start blowing clouds just because there's a no vaping sign there. That's a dick move, and nobody loves it, nobody appreciates it. So let's not do that, shall we? We need to get the public on our sides. That's what we have to do. It's as simple as that. Without that, we're you know, what are we, 2.5, 3 million people in the UK, and that government isn't going to change for 2 million people. It's going to do fuck all for 2 million people. It needs a larger amount of the populace to be on our side. That was a little bit serious. But yeah, so I just wanted a brief talk about it. I did just want a brief talk about it. There is also, what's it called? If you've not seen it, there's a great free French film on YouTube about vaping. Something in the Clouds, I think. Can't remember what it is, but that's definitely worth checking out. And also, as I've said before, the videos by The Truth About Vaping, and I will pop, hang on, I will pop their little link in the boom, in the chat as well. It's only 4 videos on those, and literally all of those are fantastic to share on Facebook. The longest one is 4 minutes and 23 seconds, which discusses nicotine, but all of those are just awesome to get onto Facebook, onto your normal social media, to share amongst the non-smokers, because or to share against the smokers and non-smokers, because people that aren't into vaping aren't going to sit down for an hour and a half and watch a film. That's just, why would they do that? A very, very small amount of people are going to do that, but that you have got a larger chance of making some progress with 2 or 3 or 4 minutes worth of information. Absolutely every step of the way. Beyond the Cloud, says G Shy. Yes, that is the French film. That's the fucker. Yes, thank you, G Shy. That's the fucker. And what I'll do is, and I'm going to try and remember to put all these links in the description of the video as well. So let's have a look at there. Some of that, and boom, copy, and boom, some of that. There we go. Beyond the Cloud in the links as well. Get all those links up into your YouTube. If you haven't seen them, go and give them a watch. Right. Good. There's only 154,000 views on the free one that the Vape Expo France people did, which it confuses the fuck out of me. It tells me that people just aren't aware of it. Unlike A Billion Lives, it's free, so you can just go and watch it whenever you fancy. So yes, go and make it a thing. Make it a thing. There you go. Homework for you. Now, let's have a drink and a vape. We need to do that. How are you? Are you all right? That was all the dry stuff to get through. I can now clear my vlog notes down. Done. Boom. Fixed. Let's have a vape. That was dry. Let's not make that dry again. I've got a super wide coil in my death trap from Death Wish. If you're on my Vaping Biker Facebook page, did I share it on there? I think Instagram may have been a dick on that one, but yeah. So I've done that on Instagram. It's definitely on Instagram. But I did a super kind of oblongy, ovally coil on this one, parallel jobby. What is this guy? Oh dear, no, that's the name. Mr. Kolstrom. I don't know how to pronounce that, buddy. Hey, biker, any new skronkers in the house? I'm searching something new and exciting, but I can't find anything else standing than that. Yes. We'll hopefully we'll come to that. If I can have a look at those sort of questions once we've done the vape mail segment and we're into the Q&A, that would be fabulous. If you don't mind, that'd be great. Thank you very much indeed. And that's when we can have the chat, because then once I'm not very bright, you guys know this. To try and keep my brain on track is hard work. So the best thing to do is get through the normal dull stuff first, then we can do the Q&A and I can concentrate on you guys. Otherwise I'll start doing the concentration on you guys now, completely forget about the rest of the vlog, and it'll all go to shit. So now we're at that position that was on the thumbnail, possibly not of the video, but yeah, we are going to be doing some vape mail. No, there's a lot. The keyboard's going down by the side. If you saw the pictures, now this is going to be difficult because I've got to make sure my what's it called, address doesn't show, which could be fun. However, let's get all this out. This is like Christmas. So we've got this box from, I don't know where this is from. Oh, it's Inikin. We've got that one going on there. We've got a DHL package there. We've got another DHL package going on there. We've got something from Aspire there. I think I know what that is. I think probably everyone will know what that is because everyone reviewing the world has got them. We've also got another China special going on there, and we've also got a big one from DHL. Oh, so yes, I'm very excited about that. And just like Christmas, I'm going to leave the big one until last, because why the fuck not? So, are we all ready? Are we all ready for this? Head tucker in no Ken. Yeah, I know. I should have looked on that side of the box, shouldn't I? It doesn't say it on the other side. It's just got my address. Right, let's pop all these down here. Now then, let's do the Aspire one first, shall we? I think we'll probably all know what this is. Aspire has had a few new mods out of late, I think, or a couple of mods out of late. And where's the thing? Remember, if you're using a knife, cut away from yourself. Don't cut towards yourself. It's hugely dangerous. Freshly sharpened knives. Oh, marvelous! Something in that I like about life. I love packaging like this. So we get a box that's this big, and in there we get a mod, which is the speeder. We'll look at that in a moment. And does look a little, oh, it's a big monster of a vape mat and a receipt. Let's have a little look. Do you want to see a vape mat? Should we have a look at a vape mat? Now I'm going to try and keep talking through things like this, because otherwise I will look at stuff and just go that's not right, is it? Oh dear. Right, what have we got here? There you go, look, a big old Aspire rubbery vape mat. Marvelous. Thank you very much, Aspire. That's very kind. We will probably give this away at some point in time, or it might be another raffle jobby. We'll see how that goes. I'm just going to be bucketing myself in here. Now, let's have a little look at this speeder mod, shall we? So this is something I think Mr. Todd has. Well, Mr. Todd does have one of these, but I kind of like the look of this. It's a nice little box going on here. You've got the nicotine. How's your father going on the back there? There we go. Someone needs to get lost, I think, in the chat. Todd, what are you doing? Oh, there we go. Done them. Well done, Miss T. Miss T, loving your work. So yeah, we've got warranty card and all this sort of good stuff. Oh, look at that! Look, you see that? It's kind of oh, that's really bright. Hang on, let me turn that off. See if that helps. It's kind of a white and gold kind of looking thing. It's a bit sweet, isn't it? Ooh. With a I think that was probably meant to be attached to the screen. What do you reckon? Well, look at that. Let's put this light on again, shall we? That's actually quite pretty. This reminds me of a what does this remind me? There's like is it Barbarella or something like that? One of the old school kind of 70s kind of sci-fi type films. This reminds me of that kind of thing with this white and gold situation going on there. But that's quite sweet, isn't it? That's quite nice. Let's pop a couple of batteries in here and see how this works, shall we? That in there, that in there. The door's a bit. The door doesn't sit. The door doesn't sit properly. Doesn't sit properly. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but can you see that at the top there? That door is kind of. It's a little bit proud. You see that? Can't squeeze with that hand. Can't squeeze with that hand. You can kind of see it if I do that, can't you? The door sits a bit proud, and you can move it. That's a thing. Doesn't make it wobbly on the deck, but that's a thing. That's a shame. Oh, look at this go. Oh, screen. Big old fire button going down the side here. So that's that. That light isn't helping at all, is it? Big old fire button going down the side here, which I kind of like. I kind of like that one. That's pretty decent. That is this could be quite a long section, by the way. That seems to me to be a pretty darn sweet. Let's put this cheater on here with a big old 24. Is it 24 or 25 mil? Can't remember. Yeah, that fits. And it sits flush. Who knew? Right, let's see about and it does that. It does the old Aspire flicky poos. So it's super quick about jumping around which way the screen goes as well. I like that. That's not it. There we go. Good work. Good work. Right. Really, really easy to see big screen going on here. It doesn't go in 0.1 increments. It's full watt increments to increase or decrease the wattage, which it seems to be a bit of a, I can't have my 66.6. Grr. But no, otherwise, that's a nice looking setup, even with the gold RDA on. Do you think? Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. If you're in chat now, let me know what you think. And if you're watching this on playback, leave a comment down below, because I think that is freaking sweet. Let's have a vape, shall we? Ooh. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. I'll absolutely forgive the big penis and the packaging on the vape map, because I think it doesn't feel like a super expensive mod, to be fair. I'm not going to lie. It doesn't feel like it's kind of a really sort of solidly built kind of, you know, when you get kind of a really nice kind of metal mod and it feels solid and hard and like unbreakable. This does not feel like that. There's some kind of, and obviously I'm going to look into things before I do the review. I thought this might be plastic, but it looks like the white sections are metal. I'm not sure why it feels a bit cheap and cheerful, but no, I think looks wise and comfort wise, that's the tit. Yeah, happy with that. That I can see is going to get used a lot. Do you want to see what the size is in relation to something else? There you go, size in relation to the Minikin V2. So you can see that it's not that much taller, really. And then kind of underneath, it's yeah, it's only a little tiny bit wider than the Minikin V2 as well. Oh. This may be, if this works as well, I forgot that was on camera then. If this works as well as the NX75, was it? And I think I really like that. If this works as well as that, this is going to be an awesome mod, and definitely something to keep an eye out for. I'm not entirely sure about being called a speeder. This is going to be called the Speedo or Budgie Smugglers from now on. This is the Budgie Smuggler mod. That's what this is going to be called. It's got a oh, it does have a QR code Do people use QR codes still? It has a QR code on there, so so you can have a scan for guidance. Apparently, that's a sticker though. So, were you ever like this when you remember the days when you used to buy CDs or even further back albums? Did you have to? Oh, hang on. Oh, there's something sexual about pulling off a sticker. but yeah, that used to be my favorite. I used to buy a new CD just so I could pull the sticker off. Anyway, that's a thing. We'll pop the box up there. Now then, let's have a little look at this next one, shall we? This is the one from, I don't know who sent this one. Whoa, shit me. Nearly dropped my knife, nearly had to catch it with the blade out. That wouldn't have been very clever. Right, what have we got here? What have we got here? Open, you bastards. I think I know what this one is as well. I think Inakin have re-released or done a variation of the Chroma mod. And the Chroma was one that I did review quite some time ago. And it was one that Mrs. Biker madly loved. She really enjoyed it. And it was a little mod, and the tank, little tiny tank, sort of sat in there. I think it's about a 19mm tank or something like that. They like their packaging. All this packaging once again for 2 months. No, hang on. What we got? What we got? There's three boxes. All right, and there'll be a pack. 4 boxes. 4. Oh. Let's have a little look. See what we got. So what we got here? Yes, we have the new Chroma. Boom, and this one is going to be the EU TPD friendly one with a 2mm tank, I imagine. And this one does not have the same kind of warnings and stuff on it, so I imagine this one is going to be the non-TPD one with maybe a 4mm or something like that in the tank, I would have thought. So we've got which one should we open? Which one should we open? Let's do a quick poll. Say EU or non-EU. EU or non-EU for which one I open first. Because I will test the shit out of one of them. While you are thinking about that, I've got a random packet of coils, which is weird. Don't really know why that's a thing. We've got some Scion coils. And we've got a rainbow Scion tank. There we go, look. Fucking some of that. Marvellous. All over that. All over that. Now then, popping all of this stuff out of the way there. Oh, we've got the EU and non-EU. Oh, it looks. What we got? Non-EU. Yeah, oh, it's going to be a close one. I think the non-EU is starting to win. I think it's starting to win. I think it is winning. Right, we will do the non-EU one. I will obviously just have a check out of this one to look for any differences. The only bugger is the non-EU one looks like it's black. Poo. But it's got a different tank on it, so we need to see what that's. We'll see what that's like as well. So let's have a little look. See, break this bad boy open, and we can have a little go. It doesn't actually matter either way. Yes, it does, Dr. Chud, because they've got different tanks on, my friend. No. You see? The mod's going to be the same, but the tank's going to be different. So let's have a little look. See, this looks as though it's going to be very Apple packaging, like we've seen of late. I do like this. Look at that eye taste. Boom. They're going to fly out. You don't get any more Apple than this, do you? Oh, that was quite nice, isn't it? So the Chroma, is this a internal battery? Yeah, internal battery on this little puppy. Let's pop this fucking light on again, shall we? There we go. That looks all right. That looks pretty sweet, doesn't it? Yeah. I like the size of this because I think this is going to work really well as a finger firer, because you've got this little kind of divot going out here that fits really nicely into your heel of your hand, and then you can sort of finger fire it, not with the end of your finger. Don't know why I'm showing you over here. Not with the end of your finger quite as much, but you can just grab it and fire it. So I think that's going to be a nice little thing. Let's have a little look at the tank here. This has got a what the fuck's that? A 0.65 coil. Since when has 0.65 been a thing? But that's a thing. Top fill on the tank, as we would expect these days. Got a pretty random shaped drip tip, which may or may not come out. Yes, it does come out, leaving a strange size hole. Oh, misses. Hang you on a minute. Oh, look at that! Look now. So you can pop your 810s, like your DHD tips, in here, because it doesn't have an O-ring on the inside of that top cap. So things like the DHDs with the O-rings around them are going to be the best idea. However, that hole that goes in there, can you see that? It's actually quite shallow. So if I pop this DHD, which isn't overly long on that point there is a kind of a gap. Are you going to be able to see that? Yeah, you can just about see that there, can't you? There's a gap between the underside of the drip tip and the top of the tank. So yeah, so that's going to be a thing. But no, we'll keep this this bad boy in here at the moment. Now I don't know what I have no idea how much the tank holds. Not a Scooby. I'm not going to spend too much time looking into this one. Does it look more chunky than the original Chroma? I think it's just because it doesn't have that tank on the inside there. I don't think I'm going to have to dig out a Chroma. I did have one somewhere, but I think I've popped it back in a box. I think because it hidden up here. Yes, I will for the review. I will dig out the original Chroma as well. But let's have a little look. See here. Does it say 4 mil capacity? There we go. 4 mil capacity in the non-EU tank. There we go. How did it fit? How did this fit in the box? This doesn't. Oh God. I can't get a bit of paper back in the box. Oh dear. This may not be the quickest one, everyone. Addy Junie's in the house. You're a handsome devil, Addy Junie. Right, is everyone still watching? Are we still thinking that this vape mail thing was a good idea? Did we fully expect the fact that Dean is going to be a moron? It's a thing. It's a thing. Anyway, let's pop that back in there. I will stick this this little RDA tank on top of the Chroma mod. That didn't feel like it had any resistance when it went down, so hopefully that's going to make a nice solid connection. No, why is that happening? Okay, I thought there was a gap on the 510. I thought we were going backwards again, but I don't think the 510 is the problem. I think there's an airflow control ring that sits a little bit too high on the tank, so it looks as though there's a gap, but there isn't. There we go. Right, juice it. Juice. And then we'll have a little vape on this in a little while after it's calmed itself down. Right, how are we getting on here? How are we getting on in the chat? Have I been streaming for a week? Pardon me, yet? Let me turn Facebook off. I don't need that on. I've only been streaming for 14 minutes. No. Oh, no. What? My live controller is doing fuck all. Right, here we go. Let's do that on there, like so. Getting jolly warm, guys. I am getting jolly warm. The threads on the top do seem a little bit meh, but we'll see how we get on. We'll see how we get on. What do you think of that? Look, that tank looks a little bit too chunky for this dinky little mod, doesn't it? But we'll see how we get on. We'll let that sit. Remind me, if I don't vape it by the end, remind me to give it a vape. So let's have a little look, see what else we've got, shall we? Anything in chat? Anyone got anything to say before I open the next one? Buster is home from his surgery, Shell. Yes, absolutely. I did have a little chat about that a little while ago. 52 minutes. Have I really been going 52 minutes already? Mother. God, I would have done. All right, what else have we got going on here? What else? Who do you reckon this one's from then? I think this is just going to be the full retail version of the Paranormal. And the paranormal will be getting reviewed very, very shortly. I hopefully have got something special happening for that. I'd hope to have got it done by now, but unfortunately that's not quite happened as yet. But that will be a thing very, very soon indeed. So yeah, that's that. And yes, it is indeed the Paranormal DNA 75. I'm not going to bother unpacking this one quite yet, just because I have I've been using the other one, and when I unpack this one properly, I will be able to show you in the full review. It looks like the screen has got a much better layout. If the screen is anything like the layout on the front there, that's going to be pretty sexy. And I believe it does come with different doors as well now. According to some dodgy old reviewer that I was speaking to earlier on. So I think that's going to be the case. So we'll have a little look at that nearer the time. Now then, another DNA, another DHL package. Let's have a little point through on this one. Your beard looks shorter, says James McDonough. I think, bearing in mind, before I went away, I had kind of quite a lot of stress and various things going on, and I did lose some beard hair, but also I've also not put any stuff on it today or anything like that. So yeah, probably not looking at its best, to be honest. Right, what have we got in this one? This is exciting. Coil art, something from Coil Art. What have we got from Coil Art? We've got the D Pro RDA. The D Pro RDA. What's this all about then? We've looked like we've got an Ultim one, a black one, and a stainless steel one. Look at these puppies. I think I've seen these on some form of social media. I think I have. I think I have. It does say 24mm on the outside of the boxes. I'm trying not to cut my fingers off. Let's get into this one then. So what I've got going on here, Coil Art, discover your flavor. It says discover your flavor on the box. So this may be something that's more of a flavory kind of RDA. Who knows? Let's have a little look and see if it's an Uggo or if it's a pretty little thing. Could be either way. Could go either way. Really could. Let's have a. Oh, it's not too bad. It is a shiny one. I like shiny ones. Look at that. What do you think of that? What do you think of that? It does look very much like a number of other RDAs that we have out at the moment. It looks as though we've got an 810. Yeah, we've got an O-ringed 810 drip tip on the top there for your Goon RDA drip tips. And let's have a little look at this deck as well, shall we? Looks like we've got a full gold-plated deck going on underneath there. Stainless top on this one. The 510 is nice and long, which is good. We'll have a little look. See, it looks like it's got a squonk pin as well. Looks like it's got a squonk pin as well. All right, come off your bucket. There we go. Oh, yes, I have seen this. So, in a very kind of Hadley-esque kind of way, I mean, we've seen this kind of sort of style deck before, but this one looks very, very interesting. I don't know if you can see that, if it's focusing as well as it could do. It's a postless affair, and the air is coming in at the sides, but it's actually the air is angled down at a similar angle to the top of these posts. So the airflow is going to be pointing to going down. Looks as though, because we've got the 4 holes and quite the space between the posts, it looks as though this one is kind of going to be more designed for a dual coil rather than a single coil. Although I dare say there'll be no reason not to put a single coil in there, so that should be fine and dandy. So we'll have a little look at this one once we can. But no, this looks like it could be quite interesting. It doesn't look like it's going to be a super airy beast. Let's just pop this back in here. Go on, son, get it up there. Push harder. And I'm just making sure I got the airflow lined up, and we're pushed on, which I have. Right, let's have a little look. See, I gotta stop just randomly looking at things because I know my face just goes. Right. Well, That's not the smoothest airflow of an RDA I've ever tried, but no, it's how does that sound from you? Can you hear that one? I think once we get coils and wick in there, that is going to make a difference. So yeah, unfortunately, obviously, I can't really build it live. Otherwise, this will be a 14-hour show. But no, you get in there in the spares. You do get a squonk pin. You get some extra grub screws for the postless posts and some O-rings as well. And you do get an Allen key and a couple of dinky little fused Claptons that come out at 0.3. Now, I'm really hoping, and I imagine these are, when these say 0.3 on them, that's going to be 0.3 for the dual coil, and it's not going to come out at 0.15 because that will annoy the crap out of me. But no, there we go. Let's try and put the box back together properly. These look quite interesting. I think it's great to see that companies like, hopefully this is going to be nice and affordable as well, because I love to see companies like Geek Vape and Coil Art and Vandy Vape and all these companies coming out with some really good, decent quality RDAs for not very much money. I think the vape industry needs that, but I do also think that the vape industry needs people to calm the fuck down a little bit, because everything's going a little bit bonkers at the moment with releases. You know, it seems like, I don't know if you guys found the same. Let me know your thoughts, but it seemed like kind of a couple of years ago, things started really ramping up with the release times of products, and it just keeps getting quicker and quicker and quicker. And we constantly think that it's going to calm the fuck down, but it never, ever does. Never, never. Anyway. What else we got here? We got anything going on in here? It's about 30 quid, says Tom Beatty. Yeah, I mean, that's fair enough, isn't it? What have we got? What have we got? Anything else? Anyone else? Anyone else? No, I think right. Okay. Someone's apologizing to Mooch. Good. Mooch should always get apologized to because he doesn't get enough love. Right, we've only got the 2 packages left. Small one and a big one. Now then, this one is from Advoken. I don't know what it is, but it's from Advoken. I think I remember speaking to those Advoken lovely people. It's a very nice lady I deal with Advoken. She's lovely. Right. Also, Advoken. I've got a lot of love for Advoken. I think I've said when I did the Gorge review that Advoken were one of the first companies that supported the Vaping Biker channel, which I think is very nice. And I don't have any allegiance to them. If they come out with a crap product, I'm still going to say it's crap. But I like the way they approach things. Right. Oh, yes, I do vaguely remember this because there's a tank, and I said that I wouldn't review the tank, but I would show it off in some vlogs and what have you. But you never know. If it's that impressive, then I might do. What's this? There's a I've got a VIP invitation to China. That's lovely. Can't get to China though. There you go. This is very nice, but I need a plane ticket to go with it. We got some stickers here and a leaflet pamphlet thing as well. What's going on here? They've got no. They do have this Mad Hatter kit. I've got to have a little look and see about these the reviews on this, because I've not actually used one, so I don't know anything about it. So I'm gonna have to go and check this out. Now then, have we got any information on anything else? No, we have not. Not about what we're looking for today anyway. So put that all back in there. Boom, like so. Lots of stickers and things and stuff. They'll go in a giveaway at some point in time. Let's have a little look at this one. Advoken, you sent me 2 black ones. Stop. Right, just another little shout out. It's not that I don't appreciate it. I very much do. Thank you very much indeed. But when you're a manufacturer company and you want something reviewed, black looks shit under camera. It really, really does. It's nice to have a black one as well as a stainless, because it means that I can double check that the black doesn't fall off after 5 minutes. But no, it looks crap on camera. So it's sucky. But I've got 2. They both black. They both say black on them. So I will pop this one with the packaging. That is going to go into the next raffle pile. Oh, while I'm talking about that, I'm very sorry to people that have the one on the raffle. I'm sending all of your stuff out tomorrow. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to send it before I went away, and I wanted to send it yesterday or today, but my since the holiday, my entire body is royally fucked. So I haven't been able to do much at all, unfortunately. So there we go. That's the thing, right? Let's have a look at this little tank, but hopefully it will go out in the post tomorrow. All the prizes will be out in the post tomorrow because it's Saturday and my good lady wife can help me. Now, there we go. There's a tank. Well, excuse me. It doesn't look crazy different to anything else. Super wide airflow, even with a hiccup in the middle. Let's have a little look at the deck. And there's the deck. Yeah. Once again, not crazy different to stuff that we've not seen before, or to stuff that we have seen before. But I'll give it a blast. Like I said, I will let you know how I get on with this in the next vlog, or in the one after that, rather than anything else. But it doesn't look too bad, does it? I don't think it's going to set the world on fire, but I think it doesn't look too bad. We'll see how we get on. We will see how we get on with that one. Josh Z. Dean, do you have any purge mods? Yes, I do. I've reviewed two of them. I've got the Back to Basics V1, and I have the Twisted, which is lovely. And I also have the Twisted with extension, so I can stack it because I'm an animal. Ha ha! This really Barbarella. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. I'm going to look at this invitation to Shenzhen to a vape event from Advocain. And I'm super excited, super bummed that I can't get to it now. So you've just made me sad. Well done. Is that the replaceable deck one? What the tank? Can you replace the deck on the tank? I don't know. Let's have a little look, shall we? See if that's the thing. I don't know. I'm going to go with no, unless you take the 510 out. I don't know. I will find out, obviously, and let you all know. Like I say, I will let you all know in the next vlog, possibly something along those lines. But no, I'll stick a few posts up on social media as well. So we'll see how we get on. Right, last one. Now then, I don't know if there's a guest that wants to join in on this last one, because I have no idea what this is, but I'm excited. Look at this. Anyone else like me and leave the biggest present until last to open at Christmas, and then you're just really mortified to find out it's a chair leg or something? I fucking like this mod though. Fabulous. Right, how do we get into this? How do we get into it? With a big fucking knife. That's how we get into it. Da, 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 da. I hate Christmas, but I like presents. Oh! That was my sex noise, by the way. Right, come out, you bugger. Oh. I have no idea what this is. Surprises. Vaperos Vape, thank you very much for the $2 donation to the channel via the super chat. That's very kind of you. Road trip to China. Todd is driving. That would be cool, wouldn't it? That would be cool. James McDonald, what juice am I using? Oh, I know what these are. What juice am I using? I am using some Daily Suburban, the minty stuff. Still, absolutely the best choc mint flavor I've ever had. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I'm also using Cerberus or Suburbs from Dark Stugs. I think it's glorious. And I've got some West End Liquids soft bags, which is a one shot. That's why they're in dodgy bottles. But yeah, I think that's all I'm vaping. Oh, I have got in something. Can't remember what it is. I have got some minty nana that I'm making up, and some Offended by Fenders, which is my My favourite little homemade juice. Now then, pipes. Ooh. I saw these at Expo. I didn't see the pipes, but I saw pictures of the pipes. And when they contacted me and asked me if I wanted to review them, I said, fuck yes, I do, because they look proper, like proper. Now then, I think that these are going to be an absolute pain in the dick with regards to being only kind of relevant to their own types of coils, but all is not lost with that. We might have to go back in time a little bit, back to 2013, where we used to rebuild Kanga heads and all that sort of stuff. But look at that packaging. Isn't that sweet packaging? Yeah.
Jammy sod.
Oh, look, there he is. He's in. Look. Oh.
Pipes.
Pipes. 2 pipes. Vape Only have sent these in. This is an 18650 one. Let's open this one first, shall we? How are we, Mr. Todd?
I'm very well, thank you, young man. Very well.
Jolly good. I hope this hasn't been too boring.
No. I've achieved the pinnacle of my vaping career, moderating for your live vlogs.
Well, I like to keep you relevant, you know.
Yeah. Five years and it's come to this. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. You've seen little fly-by-night vape reviewers like me come and go like there's no tomorrow. Oh, Mr. Todd.
Go on then, shit. Come on.
This is a situation where I'm having a hard time believing you vape with it. Are you ready? Da 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 da. Look.
Yeah. Right, I'm going to Amazon. I'm going to order you slippers and a sab right now.
Shut up. Get your pipe out. That is pretty sweet. I know it's a big one, but we'll look at the smaller one in a moment. I've got no idea how it works. Oh, look. Oh, that's like an old school Carto, look.
Oh, my God, that's gone back.
Isn't it? That's proper old school.
Oh, but it's still a bottom coil, though, isn't it?
Yeah, looks like it. Does look like it.
Is it mouth activated?
I imagine it must be.
Yeah.
It's a loose mouth to lung draw. Hang on. I have an idea. Right, I like this. This is called the Zen pipe, and this is from Vape Only. And this looks the tits. It's marvelous. It looks like, yeah, you do sort of juice it up very much like you would do with a Carto. We will have a little play with that one later on. 18650, everyone's a winner. But that's gorgeous, isn't it? I need a pipe stand. It's not a pipe stand in there, is there? What's this? Oh, there's batteries in it as well. All right, I don't know how much this is, you crazy cats, but this is 25 Rs. Got a couple of green 25 Rs with it.
Oh, that's good. Decent batteries.
That's very good. Very pleased about that. In fact, I should probably pop those back because I will lose them and then forget. When I get to the review, I'll get to the point again. There was something in this box. What the fuck was it? Hang you on. Right, pop that back in there. There's many things in here. There's many. What's this? What's this? What? Oh, it's a dodgy old. It's a proper old school charger. One of them kind of. One of those little puppies. Yeah, well, you know, it's got little things on the top and little lights and stuff, so it's not quite as bad as we used to have back in the day.
Is it got their own branding on it, mate, or is it?
Yes, it's a vape only branding, so it's not going to be it's not going to be crazy special, but it's a thing. And there's one box there that I can't get to. That's beyond annoying. No, there's a box I can't undo. Ah, get off. Seriously though, you see that? like in there, there's a box, and I can't get it because it's really tight.
Spare coils, another tank.
I don't know. Hang on, I just nearly stabbed myself in the face, but we got it out. We got it out. Oh, it's something. Oh, oh, oh. Ah, it's a little pipe standlet.
Oh, that's awesome.
Huh? Look, that's cool. That's cool. Right. These people are my favorites. I don't even care how it vapes. That's marvelous.
Flexi says, quote, really tight box.
Can't beat a really tight box. Right. Let's pop that one away and we will show you the 80. Oh, no, avalanche. Right, here we go. Oh, this one's this one's a little bit more showy. You might be able to tell that on the box it's got this kind of gold stuff going on here. That's still nice looking there. What we got going on here? It's a fat one. Who misses? Same tank going on in there. Got some batteries. I imagine it's going to be an 18350. Self-branded 18350s. There we go, Mr. Mooch. Mr. Mooch, if you're still in chat, let me know if you've looked at the vape only 18350s, which have 1300 mAh 15 amp on them. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know, old cock. Right. There we go. There's some stuff. I've just got to get the stand out for that one, and then we're marvelous. And I'm gonna have to try and figure out how to put some juice in it. I'm so happy with these pipes. These look amazing.
I've got to say it because somebody else has already said it. That's not a pipe. That's a pipe.
Show off. Oh, look, they've done the same pipe stand, which is lovely, but because this is so fat on the bottom, it kind of sorts itself out, but it doesn't quite sit quite as properly. But no, that's okay. I can deal with that, I think. Right, good. Can you talk?
Yes, I can. It's the Brian, who's saying all the vape pipes are stupid in my opinion. Novelty items, cutesy, not a solid vape. I beg to differ, my friend. Beg to differ.
I would like to know why he thinks that.
It's providing power to an ATI the same as any other mod, so it's doing its thing. Doing its thing.
Exactly. And that is what it's all about. I've got no idea which way up this goes. Which way up the back goes.
And besides, when you get to a certain age, certain stage in your life, you do tend to appreciate these things more.
Yes. I'll go with that. What we got in here? What does it say? That's a 0.5 coil. No, hang on. Yeah, no, it is a 0.5. It's tiny. This coil is the smallest coil in the world. And I got no idea how it comes out. It's got, oh, fuck me. Those are some small wick holes as well, by the way.
Brian's saying that he just says that because they look ugly. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah, that's what I tell my wife. 0.9 mil for the wick holes on this this atomizer, and there's only 2 of them.
Yeah.
That's not going to be thick juice.
Kyle's asking about the Camry K1000 Plus. I never tried the 1000 Plus. The old Camry pipes, they were okay. They did what they were supposed to do, but the wiring inside them was really, really thin.
Yeah. I had one. I had one after, I think after Indoor Smokers reviewed it. And I got one many, many moons ago, and I thought it was the bollocks. I thought it was great. But yes, I mean, it was a fairly shitty tank that went with it. And it wasn't the best vape looking back on it, and then it just stopped working one day. And I think that wiring on the inside, like you say, was so thin, it was just horrific.
Yeah, we used to get them back in the shop, and it was always the same thing. The wire down at the base just always snapped. That was the weak point in them. But yeah. I don't know about the new ones, but don't know about the new ones.
Right. Does anybody know? Do you know, Mr. Todd? Have you tried any of this Dr. Salt stuff?
No, I haven't.
I don't know if this is high VG or not, because they've not put it on the thing. No idea. Don't know. You bastards.
Keep that for another day.
Yes, absolutely. I've got some Titus stuff here, which I think is from Malaysia or somewhere. So I think we'll give one of these a go, because I'm pretty sure one of these is super thin. Bonbon, and sorry, this is terrible viewing, isn't it? I'm sorry, viewing.
Stop playing with your toys.
Well, you know, I'm trying to offer being able to. I'm going to do that Inikin one in a minute. You've got the new Chroma, haven't you?
Yes, got them both there. It's the new tank is it's got newer coil. The coils are different to the Scion. That bag, there should have been a little note in that bag of coils that you got as well.
Oh yeah, all right.
And that's what they're for. They're for the new tank. But it's much the same vape as the Scion, I think, personally.
Okay.
But yeah, they've been not bad so far. They've been not bad.
Cool.
And I was going to check. That's what I was going to do. I was going to check my batteries in the speeder, to see if I had the same issue.
On the
Barbarella mod.
Yes.
Will be known from now on.
No. Well, it can't be. It's the budgie smuggler.
The budgie smuggler. The door on mine is fine. Yeah. They sent you the Buckshee one again, mate.
At least it's not pink. I'm happy with that.
That's very unusual. Very unusual. What do you want to do? Do you want to start off and get people doing the Q&A? So if they've got any questions for Dean, make sure you prefix them with the @ symbol, at Vaping Biker.
I like the fact that one of us is professional. That makes me so happy.
And don't ask me any questions, because I'm old and vape stuff that nobody else can buy, whereas Dean is in touch with everybody. I'm not. Just so.
No.
Gringo's asking, is the N510 a good one like the Oceanus or bad like the Coolfire? It is good like the Oceanus. It seems to be a proper spring-loaded 510 so far.
Yes, I agree. It's I did have a little bit of a worry, like I did when I just opened it up. I did have a bit of a problem thinking that it was going to. It had a little bit of a gap because that airflow ring moves. Does yours do the same?
Exact same, mate. Exact same.
Okay.
Mr. Matheson has been asking all night if you need a beard sponsor.
Yes, I do.
He does.
Yes, there is. If you're a beard manufacturer, you're not going to make beards, are you? But if you're one of these companies that makes beard products and you want to sponsor the Vaping Biker vlog, you certainly can do, and I will do a little advert in the middle for you as well in that time. So yes, that's the thing. And yeah, it will cost huge amounts of money because still not sold my camera. For those of you that watch regularly, I record everything on my Canon G7X Mark II, which is a lovely camera. and does a very, very good job. But I am selling it in order to upgrade. So if you're on my Vaping Biker Facebook page, it's on there. I'm selling it for a bargain price as well. But but yeah, so that's I'm selling that in order to upgrade, because don't you just love it when people go, oh well, you get everything for free, and you go, well, fucking no, shit has to get paid for somehow. Right, I can't vape that yet. I've got to let that sort itself out. Yes, so I'm selling that in order to get another camera, which I'm keeping secret for a bit, and then we'll get shit together. However, this stuff it's not cheap. It's not cheap. So occasionally a product gets sold, not very often, but occasionally a product gets sold. But when people say, oh, well, you get all this stuff for free, no, fuck off, dear, because it's cameras and lighting and computers, software, website upkeep, all of that sort of stuff before you even think about. There's thousands of pounds that go into all of that before you even think about a point of getting to is your time worth anything, you know, which is a big old worry. But there you go. Anyway, I'm going to stop complaining now. There's too much complaining. It's one of the things people ask me. I was asked earlier this week about shouting out other UK reviewers, and I've got nothing against shouting out other UK reviewers, but unfortunately in the UK there seems to be a lot of backbiting and people being knobheads, and there's no need for it. We're all supposed to love each other. It's it's all should be fine and dandy, but some people just feel that they're entitled to the world, so fuck them. Anyway,
you can't say that. I'm here. I'm actually here.
You put your time in, you're right.
People have left before you start talking about me like that.
Right, hang on. I'm getting this going. So, are you keeping an eye on chat? Because I'm not.
I am. Somebody was asking. Sorry, I can't. Somebody was asking about the Nautilus X. I can't see the question. I've lost it. Rockabilly Reform Performance RC said the Nautilus X are shit. I have to disagree with you on that one, because we sold them by the bucket load. After the Nautilus went, they sold really, really well, and mouth to lung vapors really, really like them.
They did have an issue when they first came out, though, didn't they? Because their coils were shit.
Yeah. Yes, they were.
Then they changed. Was it to a 0.8 or 0.6? I can't remember.
0.7.
0.8 in the middle. So they changed that coil out, and then it did get much, much better. And I really liked it. And I'm annoyed that I've got one here. I've got my rose gold one, but the one that came with my whatever the pack was, where they aspired that thing with the quad flex.
Yes.
I'll put it somewhere safe, and I've got no idea where it is, because I'll definitely be rocking that out from time to time.
Chris Budd is asking if you have any squonk mods in your review queue.
I do. I. That is a fair question. I don't think I do. No. Let's go with no. However, I have got a very, very gorgeous squonk mod coming my way very, very soon, which I will show everybody about. But yeah, it's. I'm very much looking forward to it. It's going to be awesome.
How about Brian is asking, have you tried the Rebel SX550 chip yet?
No, they haven't contacted me about it. So no, I haven't. It does look cool though. I like the idea of having the big old 550 in there, but I've got the 550 in the G class, which hasn't been reviewed as yet, because I may be doing some stuff behind the scenes with the Mac software on that one, but we'll wait and see what goes on there. But and also I did something funky with it before I went on holiday, and I've not checked to make sure that I've not broken it. But one of the things I really want to try out is the board that you've got in that Chris Scott mod, which is the 440, is it 440J, something like that?
Or you just suck tonight, mate. You just the 475.
Fuck me. Look, it's been a tough day. So no, but that little board for a little single 18650 75 what 80.
Yes, numbers.
I'm really looking forward to having a go on one of those at some point in time.
What is, this final question. Oh, somebody asked earlier on. I missed it's a name that I couldn't pronounce. That's probably why I skipped it. They were asking about affordable squonkers. God, I've lost the name. Sorry, I apologise. Any affordable squonkers coming up?
Well, I think in about a month we should see something from Geek Vape.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's going to be single or dual coil, but we will be seeing something from those guys. There are some more affordable 3D printed affairs coming out that aren't regulated. I don't know of any other. Oh, there's also that that one from that company,
the RAM.
Yes, the RAM that we're Tofo distributing for Stentorian.
Stentorian Vapor, yeah.
Yes, but that's unregulated as well. So I don't know of many other regulated squonkers coming out at the moment. However, you know, we'll make a vaping biker one, shall we? We'll make a biker Todd one. There you go. It'll be like the RX23 in as much as you can have it like one battery to vape at 15 watts and a wood door on it, or we can put 19 batteries on it and vape it at 200 watts. How's that? Should we do that?
There's I can never say the name right. Demillion. His Kanger Drip Box 160 is still going strong. That was a great mod. I thought that was a really, really good mod, and it's cheap as well.
Yeah. I think the board was a little bit touchy with accuracy. However, I think I remember reviewing it, and I think that the regulated one, the 160, was, I think it was a little bit underpowered, but and the temp control was a bit iffy. But otherwise, it was fine and dandy. All Day Vapes, thank you very much for your £2 donation to the channel. That's very kind of you. Thank you.
Oh, there's another one.
Oh, Lois is in. Thank you very much. Very kind of you for your $10 donation. Vaping Microtoys, any recommendations for a hybrid mech with an easy button, with a button as easy to press as the Dot Mod Petrie? Well, I would say, and I'm sure that that Mr. Todd will have his own ideas as well, but I would say that yeah, the RMV ones are quite tough. When it comes to, it depends how much money you want to spend, but when it comes to the purge ones with the magnets in them, you can take out the magnets. So I've got two magnets in this one, so it's quite a strong button, but I took one of the magnets out of my Back to Basics V1 to make it much lighter, and because it was basically if you had sweaty hands, you'd slip down the mod. And that fixed it, and it's super light, really light button on that one. So it depends if that one's kind of in your price range or not, Lois.
Yeah. The sub-ohm innovation, their latest one,
yeah,
that's got a really nice button. It's not broadside stiff. It's like, it's good.
Okay, it's good. Cool. Just an update on this Chroma. Is it just me, or do Innokin tanks take a while to break in on their cotton?
Yes.
2
or 3 tanks through it before anything happens.
Yeah. Does look. It looks as though the tank slightly overhangs the mod, but it doesn't. But yeah. It's vaping. That's as much as I can tell you at the moment. The tank sounds quite empty. I've cut the airflow down by half there. I'm rocking it at 45 watts. But when it's fully open, do you know what I mean? When you've got like a tank that's made of really thin metal and it sounds empty and a little bit kind of meh?
Yeah.
Fully open, that's a little bit like that, in my opinion.
Just a reminder, guys, if you have a question, start it off with the @ symbol and the Vaping Biker, please.
Or at Todd's Reviews.
Yep.
David just did mention the Underdog as well. Can't believe I forgot about that, because yes, the Underdog has got a very lovely button as well. Yes, I've got Cerberus in here, and it certainly shouldn't taste the way that it currently tastes. But hopefully, we'll get something from that in a little while. It is. It's you suck, Activate. Hang on. Let's focus on it. Hopefully, let me turn this light off. You might be able to see it glow. Look at that!
You're so sad.
Well, now I can look really official on things, because if you've got a pipe, you look official. If you've got glasses, even better. I haven't got any glasses nearby, but clearly my dress-up box isn't adequate. But yeah, if you're vaping away, no, I think the carburetor needs to be on that side over there. People instantly take you seriously. That's exactly how it goes. Right. Andreas has asked me where was I staying in Austria? In Schladming, and then Filsmoos, and then back to Schladming. So there we go.
You just made those names up, didn't you?
I thought they were. I tell you, Austria is absolutely gorgeous. It's so pretty. It's ridiculous.
That's DNA. Is it DNNS 84 saying, do I like any other juices from Quacksters besides Goose Juice? No. I've tried them all, and Goose Juice is the only one that I vape out of all of them, and have vaped for many years now.
I did try the other ones as well, and the chocolates were a bit strange.
Yes, very strange.
And the wife did not like the smell of them at all.
Are you looking forward, the Vaping Brummie, are you looking forward to Vape Fest?
Kind of. I can't. It's all right. Well, yeah, I guess I am. But the only because it's a nice social. Vape Fest is the biggest social out of all of the events, in as much as kind of hanging out with people that I know and I get on well with. And it's lovely to meet people as well, which is great. But no, it's I must admit I prefer Expo. Expo is my favourite one of the year. But no, Vape Fest is fine as well. What about you?
I'm the other way around.
Yeah.
But you know that anyway. I prefer Vape Fest. But then I've got 5 years on you, so
yeah. Wow.
5,
10. Who's counting?
Yeah.
Fuck. It's Mr. Todd's birthday at the weekend, so make sure you go and watch all of his videos. Give him an extra subscribe. If you're not subscribed to Todd's Reviews, please go ahead and do so. I did see a couple of other questions here. Brian Etris, I think someone else asked, any thoughts on the Dead Rabbit RDA from Heathen? I don't. I believe I am getting one sent to me, but I haven't seen it as yet. So yeah, that's not something I've had I haven't had a play with. I like the logo on it though. I think that looks quite cool. James McDonough says, do you suffer? I'm imagining that means suffer from wet beard when vaping. when I have my little moments of going, I can blow jellyfish and various other things and practice my tricking, because I'm kind of vaping hard, I will often get a very wet tash, which then kind of drips down to the side. So yes, I can suffer from wet beard when vaping or in cold weather. Can I sing happy birthday to Todd? Only in private when I'm half naked on his birthday.
Stop. Justin Jones, are you interested in the new Asmodus Bruiser Squonker?
I saw it at Expo, as did you, and it looks interesting. And I think it may have some drawbacks, but it may. Hey?
That's so diplomatic.
Well, you can't really make your decision up until you see it, can you? So, no, I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be one of those things we have to check and see before we get to really kind of have a proper decision on it. To be honest. Yeah,
very true, very true. And thank you to everybody that's saying happy birthday, and it's 48, not 49. Thank you. It's like kind of when some people get to 30 and they go, right, I'm going to go back now. So every birthday, the next birthday is 29, then it's 28, and then you go. I'm so looking forward to Vape Fest. Hans Dampf is asking, go the Germans. Hans Dampf is asking, do you know when the next Vape Droids will be coming? If you're on the Vape Droid Facebook group, he's posting a lot of teasers just now. I think, for those of you that know the X1C2, which was in Ultim, I got a sneaking suspicion that he's going to do a dark version, a black Ultim version of it, or possibly a light Ultim version. But you'll have to wait and see.
There you go. There you go. I do like the droids. I've never had one, but I do like them. Well, I like the look of them, should I say?
No, I was going to say I'll send you one, but I know what the response is already.
Poke it. Any other questions? So don't forget, guys and girls, I'm sorry this hasn't been the most interactive live vlog that we've done, but the vape mail thing, it seemed a good idea, and then I got super excited, so I probably won't do it again unless for some random reason loads of people liked it. But no, if there is any more questions, start them off with at Vaping Biker or at Todd's Reviews. That would be great. Thanks very much indeed, and then we can have a little look see. Gareth Jones, Watofo Mixed Wonka, seen it? Yes, we talked about that. It's the RAM, and it's not Watofo, it's Stentorian.
LP of the week is Breakfast in America by Supertramp. Down there, somebody was asking what the LP of the week is, and yeah,
very nice. So here, what have we got here? Colette has asked for any beard oil recommendations, please. I need to buy some for my husband. Yes. What's good? I bought some great stuff in Austria, but I don't think you can get it in the UK, which is pardon me, a little bit sucky.
More tea, Vicar.
I've been very windy tonight. But no, there's check out Scruff Stuff, SCRUFF STUFF. It's actually quite nice, and they've got some nice aromas. It's the only one that I can think of off the top of my head that I've used of late that I've really enjoyed. But there we go. At Todd's Reviews, what's the white thing behind you?
That is an air purifier that I bought from Amazon for the priceless sum of £35, and it's a bag of shite. It's got a computer fan. I mean, seriously, it's got a little computer fan at the top with a filter below it, and it sucks balls. It's crap. It's crap. Sorry, this review was not sponsored.
Affiliate link down below.
Yes.
Rockabilly Performance RC, Vaping Biker Todd's Reviews. Any thoughts on reviewing the Suicide Mods Squonker? I don't think I've seen that one. Have I seen that? I don't think I have. What is it?
No idea.
No, I'm going to have to go and check that one out. So I don't know it. If you know them, so tell them to send me an email before they send Todd one.
Kaz Hellcat says, hope it's better than that other Stentorian monstrosity. And do you want to tell them about the email we both got this morning?
Yeah. Okay then. So this one, this A7 thing is another one of these products that, even though one of the selling points of it when they contacted us as reviewers was it's taken X amount of hours to design, and it's all clever and crazy and marvelous, they've still managed to fuck it up. So all of the ones that have come out so far, so any reviews you've seen on it, are not the full production ones, and the production models are going to be slightly different to the ones that have been out so far.
Yeah.
So one of the things is the 510. Another thing, and I didn't quite understand what they were talking about when it said about the minimum resistance thing, I'm not going to lie, but there was a minimum resistance issue when it said it shouldn't fire down below 0.1 or something.
Yeah, it was 0.1, but it's actually something like 0.13 or what it actually is.
Yeah. And there was 3 points, wasn't there? But
yeah, and it will only put out 100 watts. It won't put out any more than that, so it doesn't matter what you put on it. It will always regulate it down to 100 watts.
Yeah. Absolutely. So yeah, so that's it's one of those things. It is god awful and ugly anyway. So you know, Game Girl plays games at Vaping Biker. What do you think of the cartel mod? I've seen a few cartels. They've been around for a little while now, haven't they? I think I saw one last year, which was gorgeous. It had a lipo in it, and you had to send it back to cartel if you needed to change the lipo, which I thought sucked balls, and that was a real off put. But I believe that they may have done another one where they have replaceable 18650s now. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest.
You're correct.
Hey, you see, look, I have moments. I'm professional. Raymond Copeland, how did you find the Druga? That's already been reviewed, my friend. So if you check out the RDA's playlist, you'll be able to see that on there. Vaping Biker Todd's reviews. What do you think is the best dual coil flavor RDA? Do you want to? You can answer that one.
I was listening to best dual coil RDA.
Yeah. Flavor.
I honestly don't know, because most of my RDAs are all single coil. That's just my preference. I go for single coil.
Yeah.
Why are you dual coil? I do not believe I have. There you go. Oh, sorry.
I'm going to jump in and say that I can't answer that question purely because I don't know what budget you're on about, whether you want sort of larger airflow, smaller airflow, 22 mil, 24 mil, 30 mil, or any of that information. But a lot of them will boil down to how you build on them, Joe. So just because something's a decent flavor, if you put a bullshit coil in there, it may not work out overly well. So there we go. Ed Tucker Artist, do you still have the squonky made out of an old cool fire? Yes, I do. I literally never use it because I'm a bellend and managed to put some glue on the button. It was I was trying to work through it, and it kind of worked, but on occasions the button would stick on, and then I'd just panic and have to take the battery out and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, I don't know where it is. I've put it somewhere safe.
Oh, sorry, Rob, you're absolutely correct. I do have one. I have the Resurrection V2. There we go.
There you go.
I really like. Jason Campbell saying, the single coil. What about the Death Trap RDA? Dean, what do you think the chances of me actually reviewing the Death Trap?
Yeah, I don't think it's really your thing, is it? Really, a big old fuck off single coil like that? I don't think that's a. Look at that! Look, that coil that's in there at the moment is an oval coil that I've put in there, and one side of the oval is 4 mil, and the other side of the oval is 3.5, and it's still lost in this deck. But I really, really like this RDA. I think if you're going to put something big in there, so single coil, parallel coils, or you could put dual coils in it as well, and I'll do that before I review it. But one of the things that frustrates me, and I don't know how you feel about this, Mr. T, is people that say that it can only be a single coil and single coils are bullshit, because that's what, if you parallel coil something, if you parallel coil a single coil squonker, RDA, then you're essentially putting a dual coil in there. You're getting the same wick coverage as you would do with a dual coil, and so you're getting pretty much a dual coil. So parallel it. Boom.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Morris has actually just ordered the 1VP. Any tips? Go and watch Dean's review.
It was great.
It was awesome. It was awesome. Obviously, they sent it to me first because they knew they would get a good, solid review. No, the 1VP is. Oh, it's one of. For the price, it could be one of my favorite RDAs this year.
I'm absolutely with you on that one. I think it's gorgeous, and I think on a 22 mil mech like that, I think it looks the tits as well. That is just one of my favorite looking little setups, that one. But no, for a little flavorati that's really smooth, non-turbulent air, and really great flavor, I think that's brilliant.
Did you see do you know Mark Seaton? You know,
the name rings a bell.
Yeah. He actually converted his into a squonker. Really smart what he did. That would have been, if that had been squonkable as well, that would have been perfect.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. It had that wobbly business on the underneath, didn't it? Though.
Can I block Neville, please? Because
no,
yeah.
No, you cannot.
Hello. All the Apes is asking, what's an oval coil and how long did it take you to build that?
I'm going to put a link down to my Instagram now.
He didn't actually ask how long it took you to build that. I'm just saying that because I know how long.
There you go. I've just put a link in chat there. It's on my Instagram just to sort of give you an idea. It looks a bit ropey, to be fair, but it's a thing. What I used was I used two what they called ceramic coiling sticks from Coilmaster. I then wrapped the wire around it, around the two of them, and then started to fire the coils with the sticks still in there because they're ceramic, so jobs are good. And that managed to heat up the wire enough to stay in place when I took the sticks out. However, what Mr. Todd is referring to is because we were on a hangout at the time while I was doing it, there was mucho swearing because when I put it, I made two. The first one, I put it in, and that was all good and gravy. And then it was like 0.75 resistance, and my DNA mod that I was firing on wouldn't fire it because the ohms were too high. And then I pulled the coil out towards the edge of the RDA a little bit, which then tightened everything over the coiling sticks and meant I couldn't get the fucking things out. So annoying. But yeah, I mean, what you need to do is if you want to do any kind of funky shape coils or anything like that, someone asked about a tutorial I think on there as well. If you want to do funky shape coils and kind of like really oval ones or anything like that, what you need to do is kind of like we used to back in the day of old school vapors will remember when you had your Canthal, before you put a coil on it, you'd get your strip of Canthal and then you'd heat it up with a lighter or a flame of some kind, and that would help. Can't remember the proper name for it, but that would help stop the springiness. So when you coiled up, it would kind of be where it needed to be, which was great, especially with the thinner wire. But with any other wire, when you're doing something like this, then yeah, you need a heat source. So you either get a blowtorch on it, or you can use ceramic coiling rods to enable you to heat it while it's actually on the mod. Obviously, don't do it with a metal coiling rod in it because that would be ridiculous. But there you go.
Kaz Hellcat saying she was pleasantly surprised by the Voluna. Pleased to hear that, my dear. I sent her one on.
It is. I've got mine to review very, very soon, and I think it's quite a funky little RDA. I quite like it.
Yeah. And it anneals the wire, apparently.
That's the word. Couldn't remember what it was. Tim Murray, Mick Blizzard. We're just going to get a load of, and in the comments after this video, if anyone gets to this point, it's going to be full of people going, "It's fucking annealing, you bellend." All right, okay, all right.
Yeah. Anyway, Mr. VB, you are now at 24 minutes past 11 o'clock. Are you going to keep it going or what?
No, we are going to go until past, so another 6 minutes. And then that's it. So any other questions for either myself or Mr. Todd, get them in there now at Todd's Reviews or at Vaping Bikers. Start it off that way, and that will help us be able to read it. But you've got now 5 minutes to get those questions in before we finish up. Can you make a cleaning tutorial cleaning threads properly? Says La Flame. How do you clean threads on a mech?
But he's already. I think he's asked this question about 10 times. No offense intended, but he's already been given good advice from people in the chat. Is that just as you've shown in your tutorials in cleaning already, just get a soft toothbrush or something like that to clean the polish residue that's left in there, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, absolutely. I use either something like a toothbrush, or if I'm being lazy, I'll use sort of a microfiber cloth, but make sure there's plenty of kind of fluffiness in it that can get into those threads. I will use the same stuff that I use to clean the outside of the mod to begin with. I then wipe that off. I then wash the whole mech and in something like fairy liquid or something, and then I'll put a little bit of 3-in-1 oil around the threads. Give that a little screw in with the button, unscrew it a couple of times, get that moving nice and smoothly, and then I'll wipe off the excess with a paper towel. Boom.
Yep, true like that. I'm very well groomed for a vape reviewer. Very rare, no facial hair. I like that comment. Thank you very, very much. It does cost me a lot of subscribers. I would do a lot better if I did have a beard, but there you go.
That's how I built my channel. I get more subscribers the longer my beard gets.
1974 Dragon Killer's asking, she's looking for a good, dependable mouth-to-lung tank with replacement coils. Do you have any recommendations?
Well, I mean, something like the Nautilus X would spring to mind, but you know, a lot of people don't like it.
Or the Nautilus 2.
Yes.
The Nautilus 2. Yeah, that would be mine. Nautilus 2. Yeah.
I'm just having a little vape on the pipe to help me think about this.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in the real world.
Yeah.
There you go. Jay McPhee's asking, dry burning stainless steel 316 coils. Can anyone tell him if it's fine to dry burn them?
Yes, but don't kind of glow them white hot. But just get them nice and warm so that you work out the hot spots. But don't go white hot on them. There you go. Have you got anything to add to that?
No, I'm vaping on my pipe, pondering life.
Simon Rogers has said, nice work, you've been a ledge. Thank you very much, Simon. Thank you to everybody that's stuck out this long. I know it's not been the most exciting one, I'm sorry, but I've had fun. Good vlog. And Mr. Todd, what else have we got? Any update on a review for the Block 22 by Bombertech? No, and that's because I do still have it, but I completely forgot that I now have a little Windows machine that I can update the software with for the temp control. So I probably will do that at some point. So yeah, it'll be a thing somewhere along the line.
Yeah, I've got a question for you.
Go on in.
I'm trying to think of a serious one now because I didn't have a serious one. No, what's next for review from the Vaping Biker?
Well, there's possibly the heavily patinaed. I was putting skulls on mods before Frankincense, Frankie people were. This big bad boy here, which is a very limited edition Vaping Biker mod. There is a little bit of gappage at the top there, but this comes out about £450, and okay, so it's not. It's one that I made many years ago. I don't know, to be honest with you. I'm gonna have the weekend to get myself together and get everything sorted out, so I know exactly where I am with all this new stuff that's come on, and sort of catch up with myself after the holiday. And then on Monday we'll be going back to giving it some big beans because of the week away. And only using the kind of the paranormal with the Suckma mod tank and the excuse me, the Minikin V2 with the cheetah. I've got a bit of catching up to do when it comes to coiling up RDAs and all that sort of stuff to carry on with the stuff that I had prior to the holiday as well. So yeah, I mean, this coming week may not be too many reviews, but after that, I think you're going to see quite a few reviews coming out from the Vaping Biker camp. And also, we've got. I do have a. I think it's the new Amit tank review from Mr. Schwartz to put up on my website as a new written review from him, and there will be a Voopoo written review coming up on the website as well.
Very good.
There you go. Good. Ah, social media, multimedia monster, I tell you. Right.
Somebody's asking about, somebody made a vape mod built into a phone, and some Rockabilly's already said it wasn't Rockabilly. Yeah, it was. The vape case, that's an old thing. That was, they used to make a case that you stuck your phone in and you could screw an atomizer on the top. It was variable voltage and nobody bought it. There you go.
Just over squonk down the arm. It was warm. It was like man juice. But I think there was also a little fad a couple of years ago of people making mods out of all sorts. After that, the Nintendo controller mod that was getting made. I know quite a few people were making a whole bunch of things. I know Eric from Silverstein did those fantastic like Boss distortion pedals, like music effect pedals. I know at one point I was making a personal stereo cassette player into a mod, but never finished that one. But I think I'd seen a couple of actual mobile phone mods as well at the time. And now with using some of the LiPo batteries, I reckon you could make a really cool mobile phone mod. But I think we're coming towards an end now. I think that's about it. We're hitting that 1/2 mark. So this has been 2 hours of just random stuff. It seems such a good idea to start with. So thank you very much to anybody that has stuck to the end of this one. Thank you everyone that's contributed to the channel via the super chat. That is very, very kind of you, and as I said, that will go to the vet bill from Dizzy. So yeah, thank you so much for all of that. That's hugely appreciated, and thank you all so much for joining in the chat. And as I said, if you're watching this on playback, please leave your comments down below as well. I do read them. I haven't commented on any of the comments over the last week, obviously because I've been away, but I have read most of them, and I will continue to read them and hopefully reply to comments under the YouTube thing as well. So that will be a thing. But otherwise, I think the main thing is to get out there, make sure that you're nice to people, don't be a dick, and try and educate people as much as you can, because now more than ever, that's what we need in the vape community. And just be nice, to be nice.
Very much so.
Right, that's about it. I think we should go on a. I'm going to put it on you so we can cloud out, seeing as it's your birthday coming up. There we go. The camera is now on you, and yes, I think you should also say, "Have it large."
No. Never steal somebody else's catchphrase, because that's a thing. Right, here we go. Thanks for watching, guys, and have it large.
Oh, yes.